Funny Navy story time, part 91. Let's talk about finding common ground, shall we? And this is going to be a longer one, but I feel like it's important today, so I hope you stick around. Now, when anyone joins any branch of military, we are all deemed equally worthless. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've done, what you believe, who you pray to, or who you're sleeping with. We are all broken down and then built back up so that we can function together as a tiny mechanism of this huge machine. A little background on me. I was raised in a strict Christian household. There was no alcohol, no gambling, no sex before marriage, no cussing, and I wasn't allowed to read certain books like Harry Potter or watch other movies because they were deemed inappropriate. So you can imagine my absolute culture shock when I joined the military because I had a completely different perspective of nearly anyone else. I was very socially awkward and it was hard for me to interact with anyone. When I got to my first command after boot camp and A school, I didn't talk to anyone outside of work for about 2 or 3 months. But one night, I was hanging out down on the smoke deck with my guitar because I was tired of being in my barracks room alone and I needed to be around people, and this guy walks up. I didn't know him, but he struck up a conversation, asked if he could play my guitar. I handed it to him and we started conversing and learned a little something about each other. Come to find out, he was the product of a broken home raised by a drug-addled single mother who would abandon him any chance she got. He was a practicing Satanist, which was also hilarious because he was an RP for the Catholic chaplain. And I was a good little Christian boy. For all intents and purposes, on that one point alone, we should have been mortal enemies. But we weren't. We became friends, and I cannot tell you how many nights we spent hanging out on the smoke deck, in each other's rooms, playing video games and music, watching movies, and we talked about everything. We talked about alcohol and drugs, which I knew nothing about, and we shared jokes and stories, and we even talked about serious stuff too. Theology, our religions, abortion, SA, abuse. And even when we disagreed with each other with every fiber of our beings, we still remained respectful and looked for that common ground. Sure, our debates turned loud, but even when we became emotional and involved with the subject matter, we remained civil and friends. And the few times that we disagreed and couldn't find that common ground, we said, okay, you have your beliefs, I have mine, we're still friends. He was one of the few people that I counted as closer than blood. And I miss my conversations with him. That is my entire goal for this community I'm building because, like the military, I don't care what your beliefs are. I care about you as a person. I try to have respect and empathy for everyone. And I wish we all could see past our own opinions and beliefs and the labels that society slaps on us to find the character beneath. I feel like sometimes it's more important to find common ground than to be right. Try to take time with your responses, be kind with each other, and have a nice day.